Okay, so if you saw the title to this video, I'm sorry that I spoiled for you who they saved, but I was just so excited I had to put it in the title. They saved my boy Armin. I'm so fucking hyped for it. But yeah, even though this spoiled it for you, I still recommend you go reading it because the lead up to them saving him is actually worth to read, even if you know who they're gonna save. It's still worth to read. Okay, so this chapter starts off exactly where the last one ended. You got Aaron and Levy arguing about who they're gonna save, while Mikasa's way in the background, ready to take down Aaron. I mean, ready to take down Levy. And it's like Levy is sitting there like, "Yo, you're just gonna sit here and stop me from saving our captain's life? Yo, that's treason." And Aaron's like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up. Why didn't you give me the syringe? Why did you hesitate earlier before you even knew that Erwin was still alive?" And Levy answers like he says that he had to think about the possibility that Erwin was still alive and that he might be able to save him. And Aaron just is like he sees through the bullshit. He's like, that was like 10 minutes before this fucker showed up with Erwin. You just didn't want to give up. You just wanted to hold on to it. Like you were just hopeful. You had no proof. You had no idea that Erwin was still alive. You thought he was dead. You were just hopeful and you were ready to let my friend die because you didn't want to give him a syringe on the slight chance that Erwin was alive, regardless if he is alive or not. And of course, you know what Levy did to answer that back. He just backhands Aaron. It's like, get out of my way. And that's when Mikasa comes in, and she actually manages to pin Levy down and is trying to struggle with him to take the syringe away from him. But that's when the guy who brought Erwin there is like, hey, just stop, stop, just give the fucking syringe to Erwin, because he's like, listen, Erwin is a throughout the entire chapter they call Erwin a demon, and they keep arguing that they need Erwin to like Erwin is the symbol of peace for humanity, and they need him in order to defeat the Titans permanently. But Aaron brings up a good point in this, and it's like, but despite Erwin being the captain, the one who came up with all the plans that actually worked were Armin. In fact, for the last few chapters or last few like missions, Erwin's been telling Armin to do all the strategies. Like he's literally been delegating all his work to Armin, basically training him up to be the new commander. It's been a long time coming for this, but it becomes clear right off the bat that Levy is just there. Like he just doesn't want to let Erwin die, and that's the reason why he's really trying to fight to save Erwin. The other guy, he doesn't say it, but it's clear that he just wants after Erwin basically just drew away the lives of all his soldiers and all his friends. He's like, you know what? No, you don't get to die because you caused all my friends' deaths. You caused everyone's to die. So you're gonna have to stay here and deal with that and be the demon that you are that will take us to like that will win this war for us. The guy who brought him in. I think they called him Flock or something like that. That was his whole motivation behind saving Erwin. But anyway, Mikasa and Aaron aren't buying it. Mikasa still hasn't pinned down. She's still trying to take the syringe from him, and she's trying to argue for saving Armin. And that's when Hanji, Jean, Connie, and the rest of them show up. And they see Armin's dead. They see Armin's burnt, crisp body. They see Erwin lying on the ground. And they see Mikasa and Levy or like wrestling. And Hanji just straight up grabs Mikasa and just pulls her back and is like, "Yo, stop this! We gotta save Erwin." And Mikasa, this is like not the first time we've seen it, but it's rare we see Mikasa cry, and she starts tearing up. She's like, "No, we gotta save Erwin. He's my best friend. Besides Aaron, he's all I got left." And they're like, and that's when Hanji comes out with a speech saying like, I understand he's your friend, but we've all had to sacrifice friendships for what's good, for like in order to win this war, and Erwin's who we need in order to win this war. So your friend's gonna have to die, regardless of how you feel. Your friend's gonna have to die. And unfortunately, Mikasa gives. She starts crying even more, and she's like, "Fuck, I can't argue with that." Now, Aaron, on the other hand, he's still arguing up until the point where they drag him out the roof with the bloody mouth and everything. He's still arguing that fuck you, we gotta save Armin. We gotta save Armin. He brings up the whole thing about Armin and him supposed to be going to the ocean together. So it's clear that both Erwin and both Aaron and Levy just want to save the person that they want to save because they are emotionally tied to that person, while everyone else is trying to think logically. Well, besides Mikasa and the guy who brought Erwin there. So once the argument's done, Levy's like, yo, everyone get the fuck out of here. When I inject Erwin with this syringe, he's going to turn into a Titan and he's going to have to eat someone. And it's going to be Bertolt, but if you're still here when he shows up, when he turns into a Titan, he might try to eat you too. So get the fuck out of here. So they all bounce. Aaron is still like, no, fuck you. He starts crying. He doesn't want to leave because he's still trying to fight to save Armin. But he gets carried out of there. I think Gene carries him out. Is it either Gene or the fucking flock guy or whatever that brought Erwin there that carries Aaron out? But anyway, they all say their goodbyes to Armin because they just figured, fuck it, we lost. We're not getting Armin back. And that's when we see Levy on the roof. He's about to inject Erwin with a syringe, and he starts remembering the conversation that he overheard between Armin and Aaron about going to the ocean, and he realizes that Armin, he doesn't just want to win a war. He has a dream beyond his dream involves winning the war, but it goes way beyond that. Like he plans on living past the war. While Erwin kind of gave up on his dream, and his only goal was to get to the basement. That was it. He had nothing. Like he had no dreams for beyond the war with the Titans. So Levy kind of gets to the. He struggles with it for a little bit, but he realizes that basically we don't need a leader whose only goal is get to this point, and I have nothing past that. We need a leader who wants to win, who has a goal for beyond the war. So he gives his syringe to Armin. Unfortunately, and actually before he gets his syringe to Armin, when he's about to inject Erwin with the syringe, still, Erwin starts like hallucinating a little bit, while he's still like he's like drifting out of consciousness, and he thinks he's back in school, and he starts asking questions to his teacher. It's kind of weird. I know there was a point to it, I just can't think of what the point was. But anyway, yeah, he injects Armin with the syringe. And by the way, Armin turns into a Titan and eats Bertolt right after Bertolt wakes up. And as soon as he sees that he's about to get eaten, he calls out to everyone. He's like, "Save me!" They all just look at him like, "Fuck you." Then he starts calling out to Reiner, and Reiner's nowhere to be found because he got taken away last chapter. So he just gets eaten, and you don't get to see it, but I kind of wish we would have got to see it because fuck, Bertolt's not. I don't give a shit about Bertolt. I really don't. I liked Reiner a little bit because he kind of had the mental thing going, so he didn't really want to be doing any of the stuff he's doing. But Bertolt, he chose his side. Fuck him. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter. The guy who brought Erwin there asked Levy why he didn't save Erwin, and he basically says that Erwin was a demon. We treated him like a demon, and if we would have brought him back to life with the syringe, we would have been the demons, bringing him back into hell when he's finally at peace. So we're just going to let him die, and we're going to fight the war ourselves. I did not do this chapter justice with my review, so I'd recommend you reading it. Like I said, it's going to be down below in the description box. There's a link to it right there. Just go click on it. Go read the chapter for yourself because it is an intense read. Like you're wondering what's going to happen, even when you know what's going to happen. Like I figured going in that they were going to save Armin, that they were going to choose him over Erwin, and it's just like even when I knew that was going in, it still tricked me into guessing, holy shit, are they really going to let Armin die? So it's an intense read. I definitely recommend you reading it. But yeah, that's all I have for this review. If I had to give this chapter a score, I'd give it a 8.5, no, a 9 out of 10. Definitely deserves it. So, but yeah, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other videos on the channel, some of my other reviews. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.